We've got another item to review, so stick around. The tent I got for hot tenting does not have a floor. So I took a look around on Amazon and I found this product here. This is the Hikeman Hexagonal Tent Footprint. 1 to 4 person, ultralight, waterproof tent tarp ground sheet mat with 6 stakes for camping, hiking, picnicking, or backpacking. This particular one, you have the metric measurements right here. I'm sure everybody can see that. But for those of us who live in the US, it's 10 foot by 8.8 foot. So, let's pull it out here and take a little bit of a look. Comes in this nice bag. Oh, it's in there pretty tight. Oh, and currently this item is $26.99 on Amazon, and it weighs 1.5 pounds with the tent stakes. Alright. It looks like they give you the shepherd's hook style tent stake, 6 of them. I want to look at this material because they say it's waterproof. Come on, there's an edge where I can get a single. Okay, so it's not very thick. That's not very heavy at all. Made of 210D ripstop polyester fabric with PU coating. Protects from the bottom of your tent. Well, that's what they're saying. I suppose that's a PU coating. It's really hard to tell with this color. Oh. Well, I guess the only thing we can do is take it outside and lay it down on the ground where we can get a full look at it and set the tent up over it and see how this is going to work out. So let's get outside. We have the Hikeman tent floor set up here, hexagon tent floor, and I think it measures up to its size. I'm going to get over here in front so you can see. Here I am. This thing's pretty big. You know, the material is similar to tent material, or it's a little bit heavier than a poncho, but not by much. But I think it would serve its purpose. It's just you'd have to be careful because any ground with anything sharp, I think, is going to cut a hole in this. But as a water barrier, maybe to keep some moisture out of the tent, I think that would work well. But it is what it is for a cheap tent floor. Big seam running up this way, but not too shabby, not too shabby. So I got the tent set back up. I got the Hikeman floor in there, and the tent completely covers the floor. You got a nice little, roughly about a 3-inch border on the inside of the tent, which is ideal, which means when you were, if you would pile up snow to seal this all the way around, it's not going to be on the floor. The floor is more to the inside of the tent. Here, let me take you inside and show you. As you can see, you got a border on either side. Whoops. See that? So this floor, if properly set up, is just big enough to be under the tent. How cool is that? I'm happy with that. And the cool thing about this floor is if you wanted to maybe do an insulated floor, a thick floor, you now have this floor to use as a template, which is something I'm looking into right now. So yeah. Another thing, this Hikeman in its original bag. Here's the bag for the fire hiking tent. You have just enough room that you can get this in here. So you can have a tent with a floor. Look at that. So I think that's how I'm going to store mine with my fire hiking tent. So what do I think of this Hikeman tent floor? For the money, it's not bad. I wish it was thicker. I wish it was made of a thicker material. In fact, if somebody knows of a floor like this, roughly the same size, that's a thicker material, let me know. I really want to know. I think the tent stakes are cheap garbage. And why do I think that? You saw how soft the ground was out there. Look at this one. I bent that by hand by pushing it in soft ground. It's all bent up. Now, these are strong hands, but if I'm bending a tent stake like that, that's pretty ridiculous. These are aluminum, and they're... I mean, look at that. I just bent that. I mean, they're not strong at all. They're very cheap. If you were to get this for your tent, I'd say upgrade. Even these Coolgan tent, 9-inch tent stakes would be better with this than the supplied ones. Okay? It's water resistant. It'll give you a water resistant, you know, barrier between you and the ground. That's fine. I just wish it was thicker material. So it gets a halfway thumb. It's not thumbs down, but it's not thumbs up. It's right in the middle. So it'd be really up to you if you'd want to get this. If you have a tent like my fire hiking tent, whether you want to get this or not. It's up to you. It's not expensive, which is a bonus, but, you know, it is what it is.